I've been waiting a long time to do this one, guys. Welcome to part 2 of the fastest ski mask the Slump God versus. And real quick before we start the video, I would like to say thank you to everyone that helped the first part reach 800,000 views in such a short amount of time. So yeah, I decided to wait until the Book of Eli officially dropped to do this video, because what I had heard is that originally this version was going to have 5 more tracks than the leaked version did. Then it came out, and it had less tracks. So I could have just done this video 2 weeks ago when the leaked version dropped, but nonetheless, here it is today. So, I hope you guys are ready for this. This is CDTVProductions. You can, of course, follow me on Instagram under that username if you wish to, and let's get right into looking at 10 more of the fastest Ski Mask the Slump God versus. So, kicking off our list, we have 3 honourable mentions, so let's get straight into them. At number 13, in our first honourable mention, we have SLMD Remix Verse 2, where he hits 7 syllables per second.
Okay, eat on that pussy like bad sauce. Let me give me and I take my new rack off. Jitting me wet like I put X on. Piece of pussy just like to show that dog. Fuck on them mother with slacks on. When she be doing that back talk. Then I got just some sauce. Shut up.
I was only gonna put 2 honourable mentions on here, but I was forced to put 3 so I could include this song. Otherwise, I know absolutely everyone would ask where it is. So here you go. If it's any consolation though, I thought this song would be up much higher too, but apparently not. And at number 12, in our second honourable mention, we have Up Next, verse 3, where he hits 7.1 syllables per second. And for our second honourable mention, we have a song that Ski Mask did with Designer. Weird pairing there, but it works. It's worth checking out for Ski's verse alone, but honestly, Designer provides a relatively coherent and good verse as well on this track. And our final honourable mention, at number 11, we have Coolest Monkey in the Jungle, verse 1, where he hits 7.1 syllables per second.
In my life, I fuck a couple witches. Think I'm a wizard, hot as desert critters, or cooking gizzard, lick her like a lizard. Then her I litter, cause she got them itty bitty titty jet at the committee. That bitch kitty be kidding me, try to belittle me, know that she feeling.
And here, as our third honourable mention, we have our first track on this list from the Book of Eli. It's a song that I'm kind of conflicted on. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but nonetheless, this verse was fast enough to be an honourable mention. And with that being said, let's get right into the top 10. And kicking off this part of our list, at number 10, we have Run, verse 1, where he hits 7.3 syllables per second.
Okay, think I'm on an animal planet with this snake belt buckle, but the Gucci, so don't you dare chuckle. Not a mechanic, but this tool like clutch it. No chicken nugget, but my sauce been busted. Bitch, I go harder than when Chris Brown cupping. No, bitch, I go harder than bread comes in the summer. How much gas do you?
Kicking off our top 10, here is another song from the Book of Eli, and I'd recommend checking out the original version if you can, that was on the leaked version of the mixtape, which was produced by Timbaland, because it sounds great. But to be fair, on both versions, we get a relatively fast verse at the start of the song, and that's always a good thing. And at our 9th spot, we have Dr. Eggman, verse 1, where he hits 7.3 syllables per second.
Bitch, you're ballin' like man, what the fuck is you telling me? Like it's Resident Evil, I'm on the spot, okay. Like catch him and slump with me, stupid unconscious. Yo, bitch, so I put up on her like crikey. Pull down her Burberry skirt, said I like it. Diamonds, that's on me 1,000 like funny.
Not only is this a fairly fast verse, it's just one of my personal favourites from Ski Mask, just because of how smoothly it flows. It dropped right before his Drown in Designer tape, my personal favourite Ski project so far, and that makes sense because it sounds like it would fit right in on that project. This song was also the first collaboration between Ski Mask and Keith Ape, and they would also go on to make the song Going Down to Underwater together, which, spoilers, I did count it, but it's not fast enough to make the list, so yeah. That song isn't on here. And at number 8, we have Just Like My Piss. That's gonna be good for monetization. Verse 1, where he hits 7.5 syllables per second.
Because you can see the rest. Trying to run up the money like me the man. The hate cause they can't umbrella Peter Pan. I'm off the coca, I need some soda vet. She let my diamond well like some Wonder Bread. I did not speak up on where my money at, because all on my diamond, speak up on where my money at. something that big.
Here we have one of the many great songs found on the You Will Regret project, this one being a collab with Midget in Tokyo. I thoroughly enjoy both rappers on this song, and it's definitely a highlight on the tape that it appears on. This song has a fairly simplistic but great instrumental, and Ski Mask easily rides across it with some pacey bars. And at our number 7 spot we have SpaceGhostP. Again, just great for monetization, thank you. Verse number 6, where he hits 7.5 syllables per second.
Go gadget my wrist, bling bling blow, Johnny dang my fist. Wear that pussy out just like a drop and then I dip. I didn't beat that pussy till the blue shit not a crip. Diamonds on me red and then white, no zit. Master Roshi with it, I done put up with a stick. Chopper put holes in them cheeses. They blood on the leaves like I'm Yeezus.
As you can probably tell by the title of this song, it's a diss to another rapper known as SpaceGhostP. However, Ski's verse was actually recorded before this song was a diss track, which is why he doesn't mention him at any point in his verse. It's honestly kind of weird to me that it's included in the final version of the track when it isn't relevant to the message of the song. You know, it just makes it sound a bit random, that's what I think. But ignoring that, it's a really good verse overall. And at our 6th spot, we have Vetty Vrocker verse 1, where Ski hits 7.6 syllables per second.
Hey bro, can I have another bad little blue faces? Put it to the green cause a nigga that's stupid and not racist. Walk court cases, but it's the way I'm flipping the bird and police face.
A lot of people ask me where this song was on part 1, and I will admit, I completely missed it. This song showcases how versatile Ski Mask's rapping can be, and the quick fire bursts of speed just appear out of nowhere. As this is one of Ski's earlier tracks though, you can tell he still had a little bit of work to do on his clarity, because even though it sounds great, some of the words are kinda hard to catch. The song also has a really strange but catchy ass bridge where Ski Mask does a little bit of singing. It is as weird as it sounds, but it really completes the track and it gives it a really fun vibe. Halfway through our list now, at number 5, we have Off the Wall verse 1, where he hits 7.7 syllables per second.
Can't control a nigga like we're shooting from the AK, but they give me wrong cause I'm a walking breathing payday. How they biting swaggies that the nigga got the ray bays. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Better do you a do, way, Federate. You sipping Haterade, I'm sipping Gatorade with a lean in and then I call it a fade away.
For some reason, I counted this one for part 1, but I must have counted the wrong part because as you can tell, it's definitely fast enough to make this list. I guess this one just didn't stand out to me as much at first because it doesn't necessarily have one point where the speed just picks up all of a sudden. It's more like a song where his flow is just steadily fast throughout the whole thing, so you get used to the speed and it just sounds normal. But regardless, it was fast enough and it has made the list. And at our number 4 spot, we have GnarlyGuyAnthem verse 3, where he hits 7.8 syllables per second. As you can tell by the vocal effects and overall quality of this track, this was a song that was recorded very early on in Ski Mask's and XXX Terraria's careers. I actually really like the choice they made on here to shift their voices up a few semitones. It gives the song a bit of a haunting vibe and adds to the uniqueness of it. There's not many other Ski or X tracks I can think of that sound like this one vocally. A very interesting track and one that I enjoy quite a lot. And now in the top 3, at our 3rd spot, we have Poltergeist / Child's Play verse 1, where he hits 8 syllables per second. I'm not sure what exactly the reason for the name change of this song is, but I guess it's officially called Child's Play now. If you know why the name was changed, just let me know in the comments below. I honestly didn't think this one would be as fast as it is, because even though the lines are rapped at a very impressive pace, Ski takes a big pause right in the middle of the speed rapping part, so it's crazy to think that this one might even be at the very top of this list if he didn't take that pause. Either way, it's still a verse that impresses, and one that is in his top 5 fastest verses overall if we combine both lists. And for the second fastest Ski Mask the Slump God verse on this list, we have Dapper verse 2, where he hits 8.2 syllables per second.
Yo, get up, niggas fire Peter Pan, call me Dapper Dan. Yes, I got a family, no money up in my hand. And I got a cannon, no nigga, no drumming band. How did this sound on the beach when you're trying to tend? Take a zen, cause I'm as scary like Boogeyman. But really, man, I pull up and drop top the minivan. Man, and a nigga rolling like Costa.
And for our final track on this list from the Book of Eli, we have Dapper Dan, a song which I did enjoy quite a lot, especially the first time I heard it. Now, on repeated listens, I do feel like the instrumental isn't super interesting personally, but the rapping is still as solid as ever. As soon as the second verse kicks off, Ski just instantly kicks up the speed. I also appreciate the line that was a nod to one of his earlier projects, Slaps for My Drop Top Minivan, which you should all definitely check out if you haven't heard it yet. It's one of the most entertaining projects he has ever released. And at our number one spot, we have the song LOW, which is found within the song Nobody's Mix, verse 1, where Ski hits 8.5 syllables per second.
Hurry to the money like a ran out the meter. I cook it like a needle. All of my senoritas, no bells like a teacher. Nigga, bitch, that pussy coming up, blessing like a teacher. Got the hand, got the name, now with Kelly like a Regis. Got my boys in the bleachers, y'all see how you can see it.
And here, at the top of our list, we have another very early verse from Ski Mask. So, from what I know, Nobody's Mix is just quite a few songs mixed into one, and according to Rap Genius, Ski Mask's part on here is called ID brackets LOW. Now, the quality is super low on this one, but I still kinda like how it sounds. It's interesting because you can tell how early on in Ski's rapping career this was made, as there's almost nothing in the way of animated lyrics, goofy vocals, and there's zero ad-libs to be found. It's kinda interesting to hear how he's developed over time, but one thing we know for sure is that he's always had very rapid flows from the start. And with this song clocking in at 8.5 syllables per second, it's actually the fastest Ski Mask the Slump God verse across both of these lists. Well guys, that's going to be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, I would appreciate you leaving a like. I'm also going to try and get 2 of these videos out today. There's going to be this one, and I'm also trying to get up the 10 fastest Scarlord verses later on. So if you want to see that video as soon as it comes out, just click that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, even though that probably won't do anything. In the description, there will be a list of all the songs that I counted for this video, so you can check it out there to see which ones didn't make it. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Maybe see you later on in the Scarlord video. This is CDTVProductions, signing out.